Okay, so here. So welcome to this room this afternoon. We're going to talk about money management, and that's thanks to last week presentation when I was talking about my trading journey and how did I get started and what led me to start and trade and the struggle that I had to go through in the first 3 years. And today, what I'm going to show you the struggle. And as I said last week, I sweated blood. I'm going to show you how much did I sweat. And we're going to go back in time and then we're going to come back to the future. So actually the name, a perfect name would be Back to the Future. So my name is Ron, been trading for 9 years. Actually, July 27th, 2007, that's when I graduated the Online Trading Academy. Spent hundreds of hours studying charts. I'm going to show you to you. I'm going to show it to you today. Seminars, books, webinars, you name it. I talked about it last week. What education did I take? Where? How much did I pay? Everything was last week. That's a different presentation. I tried every method. I'm going to show you that today as well. But in the last 6 years, I would say 2010 I started. 2011 was that's it. That's what I'm doing. I love it, and that's what works for me. So since 2010, I'm trading gaps and gaps only, and between 0 to 5 trades per day. Today I took one trade. I'm down on the day 1 hour, and that's thanks to Nike NKE. We tried that. Some people in the room were faster than me and grabbed something that I missed, so they're up maybe a little bit on the day. Correct me, Doron, if I'm wrong. Regina, how you doing? Um, so, one more slide before we start. This is me. Very proud to show this after so many years in trading. Got myself into that Active Trader magazine, so you can find this article somewhere. What are we going to talk about today? Money management, and money management is the key. Let me just one more sound check, just to make sure everybody can hear me. Is the sound okay? And we're gonna continue. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Owen. So money management is the key. So what do I mean by that? I can teach you how to trade gaps. I can teach you candles. I can teach you any a setup with I don't know 60 or 70% or 80% betting average, uh, average betting average. But money management is what makes you or break you. That's as far as I see it. Basically, with 80% betting average, you don't really need to be so smart with the money management. I don't know a trader that has 80% betting average. I don't know a system that produce 80% winning trades. For me, it's probably between 60 and 70 somewhere. So money management is the key. When you have 60% of your trades winners, or even 50% of your trades are winners, that's still enough to make it at this 50% or even less. Okay, it's all depend how do you manage them. There are some. Why did I actually? This just came out of nowhere. This presentation, I was planning it for Thursday, and yesterday we took a trade, and I said that's a great example, and I'm going to start with this trade. This is something we took yesterday. So this is the Dow 5 minute, what we call a G4. And I also posted the tickets for this, and I always put it in the room. If it's not in the room, it's like I don't touch it. It has to be in the room. That's my commitment to you. So when you sit in the room, here is the trade, here are the numbers, I'm taking it, and I'm in. So this was a trade. If you look at this Dow 5 minute, this where we got in, that's where we got in. So that's not 4604, that's 6020. I just realized I made a mistake there. So that's the entry below this bar, and the stop is above that. So I'm not showing you this to show off. What I want to tell you is few years ago, 6, 7 years ago, that's something that I would take and I would never be able to manage it like we managed it yesterday. What I would do is most of the time get target one. You see this target one area, and I would get it all out. And it was what 10:30 in the morning. I would be the happiest guy. Oh, nailed it. 10:30, I'm done already for the day. So this is something that I'm showing you not to say, look how good I am. Look how good I am money with as far as money management. This is how we can manage trade. And we did stay in this until 3:30 or 3:40 something, 3:47 p.m. That's when we took the last exit 60.02. So this is what I'm going to show you today. How did I get to that? How did I get to a point that I can sit and manage them like they should be managed, okay? Like a trader. Okay? So what I want to do is take you back in time. We're going to go back a few years to 2010. 2010, I started trading at 2007, July 2000, July 27, 2007. I graduated from Online Trading Academy, and I was aiming straight for the money, showing the money I can do it. And then a few months later, I realized that's not the case. I was off trading, and then I went back on and looked into it, and more seminars, more education. And then 2010, I got obviously better after 2 years. I better get better. So 2010, I got better. But remember last week presentation? I lowered my expectation. This is an image from a folder that I have and still today. I'm going to show you all the images. I took pictures of them. I could have done a better job. I have to tell you, but that was fast. Okay, where's the folder? Let me take a picture. Load it. I could have scanned them and load a nice image here, but you don't have to read it. Just look at it and see what I risked per trade. 35 bucks. You need to really come up with a number. This is part of money management. You need to come up with a number that you're comfortable losing. I always tell people when I start teaching them, what's the number that you're comfortable losing? Nobody is comfortable or want to lose, but you will lose when you trade. There will be losing trades. So I need you to tell me what's that number. $35. $35. Why 35? Anybody has a clue why 35? Why 30? Where does this number come from? Really tough number to work with. So if I had 6 to 10 cents of a stop, I traded 300 shares. And if I had a dollar stop, I traded 30 shares. I was on Colmex back then. I'm back with Colmex now. But this is the numbers I used to work with back in 2010. Now, why 35? Because, and this is again money management, my daily limit was 100 bucks. So I knew at the beginning of the day, and you should do the same. I'm turning the machine on, and I put the platform on, and I know the worst case scenario today, if I do everything terribly wrong, the worst case, I will be down $100. So 35, I know. Let's say I took a trade, boom, loser. The second one, losers. Third one, loser. Then shut down for the day. But don't break the rules. I mean, make a rule, 3 hours for the day, done. I have this rule, guys, until today. Different numbers, obviously. I don't trade $35, but different numbers, same rule. 3 hours, people in the room know me. 2.5 hours down. I'm telling everybody I'm gonna give him something the last attempt here with half the size, and then if it's gonna stop me out, I'm gonna be done for the day. I'm getting the day off. Okay, so I get better. What do I do? Here, you get better, you increase it just slightly. Don't go crazy. Well, this is too little, I have to tell you. 35 to 40 is just, it's a smaller, it's a small jump. You can go better. From 35, I should have went to 50, but I did that right after. So 35, I have a whole week that I'm up, or not a day, it's not about a day, a week or a month that you up, okay, take it up a notch. So from 35 to 40. 40, go to 60, 60, 75, and so on. Take baby steps, guys. Check, I mean, look to see if the system you have is working. Obviously, if I went higher, it did work. Guys, if you want to get better, track your results. So now you have the money management skills. You know, what are you willing to lose per trade? You know, what are you willing to lose per day? Okay, that's really key for me. You need to set the daily stop, and when you get there, you really have to stop trading. So if you want to get better, now you have to track your results, and that's what I did. I didn't care about trees back then. Means I printed every day. I committed to this, and I said, the end of the day, every trade that I push the button on, every trade I took, I must print the chart and explain why did I take it. Okay, so every time you press the button, You have to say to yourself, at the end of the day, I'm going to have to report to myself and explain why did I take that trade. So what I did was, and the best thing is to have a trading buddy. You find somebody that's trading, you say, you know what, at the end of the day, let's call each other and compare. You tell me what did you do, I'll give you the feedback and the other way. So if you have a trading buddy, that's a really, it's much better, or it's better. When you talk to somebody, to a trader, understand you. You can talk to your wife or your spouse and they want to understand what you talk about. Find a trader buddy. I love that idea. So I didn't have a trader buddy. What I did was I made a form. And this is how it looked like. These are real images here. January 12, 2010, 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, I called it whatever. Keep it simple. That was my mojo. Keep it simple. I created a form, and look what it says here. So is the trading plan? Can I actually take that plan? And if I circled yes, that means I did a great job taking it. Okay. Is the picture match? What does that mean? If I have a setup, does it match the setup? So this would be today, we call that a G4. So do I see the picture that I'm looking for? Do I have the risk reward on that trade? You see, yes or no. So I was looking for 2.5 minimum. So if I risk 10 cents, my first target was 25 cents at least. Then today I'm using 2. Remember the presentation, I said I'm going to show you what I did and what I'm doing today. So this was 2.5 minimum. Now it's 2. 2 hours. If I'm risking 10, I want to have at least 20 cents. Relative strength and relative weakness, that's for gaps. I teach that. Is the stock relatively weaker or stronger than the market? Position size here. This is the number one disease. Sometimes we just ignore the I have a chart on my desk that tells me how many shares I can take, and most of the time as a beginner I ignored it. Means it's only 10 cents. Like take 500 shares. Remember sorry, I have to delete this. This shouldn't be here. So remember the first slide was $35 risk. So if I saw something with 7 cents or 8 cents, I got greedy. So you know what? Let's risk 50. You cannot do that. Every trade gets the same treatment. So I would risk the same amount. So if I got the position right, I would mark it as a yes. In this case, look at this. What is it marked? No, I was I took the wrong size. And the last thing was money management. How would you rank yourself as far as the money management? What did I give myself? And no, I didn't manage it right. And that's exactly what I was talking about the slide before when I showed you the Dow chart from yesterday. Many years ago, I just couldn't hold it. Okay. Why? Because I moved my stop to areas that are just mental areas. It's not really based on a chart. It's based on my heart. It's based on my pocket. I don't want to give back. Here, I'm moving my stop. I want to be break even. I'm moving my stop. That's exactly what I did here, by the way. Sorry for the quality, but this would be the entry. I don't know if you see the highlighted area. This would be the entry. This would be target. I was in here and I was out pretty much on that break even here. I moved my stop to break even and the stock, I mean, just kept going and going. So that happened to me many times in the past. That can happen to me today also, but today I'm just managing it differently. Means for the Dow, we kept the stop high the day and just waited for the pivots, follow the trend. I didn't just do that. And then at the bottom here, so I wrote what my feelings were, how did I do, how did I manage it, what happened with the market that day. Look at that, the final, the verdict at the end. This trade that should have been a master winner, a huge winner, right? A huge winner. What is it? Look at the bottom. That's a break-even trade. Okay, so this is the trader that I was, okay, versus the trader that I am today. It's almost the same setup, almost the same trade. I don't compare the gaps. Well, I believe I can't say it's the same quality of a gap, I bet. But look at the difference here. Money management, getting to 4 p.m. with the target versus I don't want to lose approach. That's the difference right here, guys. And it took me a few weeks, months to understand that if I'm not going to change, it's not going to change. My trading is not going to change. So again, I created a form. Here it says at the top, entry reason, why did I enter? Exit reason, why did I exit? And I wish I could read that. I could find the original. Something had a first trade, so I guess I came from a losing trade, and that's remember, trading is 90%, 95% mental. Coming from a losing trade, it, most of the time you manage it differently. For me today, it doesn't matter. Losing trade, winning trade, big trade, I am managing the trades the same way. Okay? Remember one thing, if you're going to trade randomly, you're going to get random results. You're not going to be solid, you're not going to be consistent. Okay, here's another page. So this is a bad day. How do I know it's a bad day? There's a red sticker on it. So this is the day that I really went crazy. I took one, two, three, four trades. Okay, four trades, and at the end of the day, there's some pages here with the green stickers. At the end of the day, I put a green stickers. If I did good, I get myself a green sticker. Red means you did something terrible there. So one, two, three, four, um, four trades. Again, I'm not looking into the trades if it was good or not. It looks like this was a winner, might be a winner, this might be a winner. That's a bad buy. I can see where did I buy it. But I'm not talking about the technical part. The technical part I nailed and I'm very good at technical analysis. It's the money management that changed me. Okay, so if you're looking for the next amazing setup, just look for the next amazing money management rule. Here's another page. This is, can you see the date here? April 29, 2010. So again, made comments and I took it with me. That folder, there's three of them. That folder used to go upstairs with me to bed on Friday night, and I used to go with a pencil on all charts and just mark them. What did they do? What can I do to change it? And here's the red sticker, bad trade. Bad trade. Okay. Bad trade here or bad money management. I cannot really read it. Again, I have the original. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you how did I track my result. Here is another thing here, why it's a green sticker. Because here is when I discovered the AON, the all or nothing. Where is Richard? Richard's not here. AON, all or nothing, means, and this is the dog story, all or nothing. At some point I realized, listen, I have a problem holding the winners. If I have a winner, I get too excited. After 1 hour or 1.5, I just kill it, kill the whole thing, and I move on to the next trade just to see this one going in my direction. So I took the dog for a walk. Means if I took the trade here, okay, do you guys see my mouse? You should see it. You see where where's the entry point? Just type a one if you do. Okay, the one, thanks. So this would be the entry. That's, by the way, a trade that I wouldn't take today. Or maybe I will. Depends on the daily. Yeah, with the daily, yes. So this would be the entry. You see where it says in pencil, and the stop would be just above the base. With the 20 MA, everything looks right there. But my problem was, you see the entry bar is red and everything is happy. You see the next bar, what's the next bar? The next bar is green. My disease was everything that I take must work immediately. Everything that I touch is just have to work, if not, drove me nuts. So I realized I have that problem. What did I do? I took a trade. I put the stop. I called my dog. As soon as I showed him the list, he was waiting already at the door. I used to take a walk for 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes. When I came back at 20 minutes, the trade was here. So now I'm not so worried about it. Okay, now I'm in the safe zone. Again, as a beginner, that's how we think. That's how we think. And you can leave. Yesterday, the Dow trade, I left for an hour and a half. I had to leave. I apologized in the room, said, listen, today, something to do. I'm going to go and come back in an hour and a half. I did come back for a magic trade on the Dow. You don't need to touch them. You don't need to do anything. The fact that you're here will not push them lower. Will not. So set it and forget it, what we call today, or all or nothing works. If you have a problem, if you're touching the trades and they work, but you just interrupt them, just leave. Do me a favor, just leave. 25 minutes. Why 25 minutes, by the way? These are the 5-minute charts we're talking about. So I'm waiting for at least an attempt to go higher on a 5 minutes and then a pivot. So I'm using the 5-minute chart to manage, and here is a great example. Again, a great example of something that if you got in and if you put the stop at break even, you would be out. And there's also a proof that you will feel not stupid, super stupid at the close when the stock is reaching your target. Okay, this is a great example of the all or nothing method that I started to use back then. Here's another one, nothing special about this one. This was a tier 1 gap. It says up here, today we ranked the gap to 3 categories, and it's since then, 2010, that I started using this. So here's the entry. There's no stickers here on this page. Here's another one, entry here. And remember, I always kept the daily chart. You see this? The smaller one is the daily chart. And please don't save paper. I know you can do it online. I mean, you can make a digital copy and save it in a folder. I did that also. I'm going to show you again. You saw this slide before. Now, these are the trade I took, and these are the money management tools I used. Remember, all or nothing, set it and forget it. Don't interrupt your winners, and don't take profits too early. That's actually a great way to do it if you leave. Um, just one second. Would like to join. Okay, later. I'm gonna take a look. So these are the trades, and remember, all this you have to have a trading plan. Do you have a trading plan? Do you have a trading plan with the money management section? I do. It's on my wall. This is an actual picture at my office until today, and this is from 2010. This is the updated, well, after I finalized the end of 2010, that's when I really got this. I said, okay, I own this system, the gap system. So this is until today. This is a picture I took yesterday, still on my wall, same thing. This is the money management part. Where is it? Yeah, it's below this paper. But this is my trading plan right here. This is the G6 system in just 6 slides. Okay, so print it, put it on your desk, commit to it. Do not save papers. These are the folders. Took a picture on. I asked my daughter to do it. Can you take a picture for me? She put a nice background. These are the folders that I have with all the trades. Look at the tabs here. Everything is organized by month. Guys, you want to be a successful trader? This is what you need to do. You have to work. You have to work hard. If you sit in a room trying to follow somebody and hoping he's going to call for the next magic trade, yeah, that will work today, tomorrow, the next day, but not for the long run. Well, I'm teaching people how to trade and trade for a living. So if you want to get this, you have to work hard. I was willing to do anything, really anything. I printed charts. I think I lost. Okay, you still see it, right? Yeah. I printed chart. I sat down at night and I had dark nights, lonely nights, me and the stupid charts all night until I figured out what am I doing wrong. Revising the money management rules, revising the trading plan if needed. Okay, but remember, money management was the obstacle for me. After about a year or two of I'm not sure what I'm doing with the candles, money management was really the key. That's what made me. Okay, so this is how my I think I showed this last week. Okay, put it in writing. Yeah, that's from last week. So here's the trading plan. Again, I talked about the expectation. I set them maybe too high at the beginning. Monthly target 3,800 as a beginner. That's a lot. You can probably do less. You can do less than that. The thing is, you aim higher because you want the money. You want to make a living at this. It will happen, but it's not going to happen overnight. Here's another slide that I showed last week, and that's the daily schedule. Don't want to keep you too long on this. Again, track your results. Keep daily, weekly, monthly charts. Print them or digital copies. And obviously, that's another slide that I showed last week. That's the tracking. That's actually the trades that you take. And every trade that you take, you must post it. That was my rule. You must post it manually. So I did come in here to the Excel file. I know the broker gives you everything ready the next day, but that's not the same thing. You have to sit here at night and see exactly what was the play. And this I will produce a copy of this Excel file. I have it somewhere. I'm gonna update it and I will give it for free. If you guys interested, one day soon. So I'm gonna give you a copy of this Excel file if you have any use for that. So I used to come in and put them in one by one. The date, the price, the entry, the stops, everything was here, who called it, and so on. Okay. Um, that's pretty much it. What time is it? Yeah, that's less than what I thought it will take me. Well, I want your questions. If you have any, please give me any questions that you have in mind. Money management or anything, please shoot it at me. I know, just one second, let me stop this.